Hi students, in our previous class we discussed about calorific value of a fuel, and as you know the amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kilogram of a fuel is called its calorific value, and the unit of calorific value is kilojoule per kilogram. Here is one table in that you can see different fuels and their calorific value. And among these fuels, cow dung cake is having the least calorific value, that is between 6000 to 8000, and the highest calorific value is shown by hydrogen. And here also you can see that for petrol, kerosene and diesel the calorific values are same, that is 45,000, and for biogas it is 35,000 to 40,000, and like that you can read the table. Here now there is one question for you. Here you can see one question. The calorific value of wood and coal is 20,000 kilojoule per kilogram and 30,000 kilojoule per kilogram respectively. Which will produce the largest amount of heat? Options are 500 grams of coal, option B 1 kilogram of coal, option C 500 grams of wood, and option D 2 kilograms of wood. Okay, find out the answer, find out the correct option, and for the correct answer you can see the description box of this video. Next question. Why goldsmiths blow the outermost zone of a flame to melt gold and silver? The options are because it is the least hot part, option B because it has unburned wax vapors, option C because it supports partial combustion, option D is because it supports complete combustion. Next question. Fuels like kerosene are required to burn a piece of wood. Why a wood cannot start burning with a matchstick in normal conditions? Okay, the options are option A, matchstick is a bad conductor of heat. Option B, kerosene is a liquid and liquids easily start a fire. Option C, matchstick cannot heat the wood to its ignition temperature. And option D, kerosene heats the wood where it starts melting and catches fire. Okay, these questions you have to find the answer for these questions. Now we are going to discuss about good fuel. A good fuel is one which is cheap, easily available, and it burns easily in air at a moderate rate, and it produces large amount of heat. It has high calorific value and it does not produce harmful gases or residues that pollute the environment. Okay, these are the characteristics of good fuel or ideal fuel. There is probably no fuel that could be considered as an ideal fuel. We should look for a fuel which fulfills most of the requirements for a particular use. Now we learned about fuels, combustion, explosion and all these topics. Now we are going to discuss about the harmful effects of burning fuels. What are the harmful effects of burning fuels? First one is carbon fuels like wood, coal and petroleum. When we burn these fuels, they release ash and fine unburned carbon particles in the air, which can cause respiratory diseases like asthma. These fine particles are referred to as SPM, that is suspended particulate matter. Next is incomplete combustion of fuels such as coal, gasoline is petrol, gasoline and other fossil fuels Incomplete combustion of fuels releases carbon monoxide gas, which is very poisonous. Carbon monoxide combines with hemoglobin in our blood to form carboxyhemoglobin and makes it incapable of transporting oxygen. Here you can see normally oxygen will combine with hemoglobin to form oxyhemoglobin, but incomplete combustion of fuels releases carbon monoxide, and if hemoglobin combines with carbon monoxide it forms a poisonous substance that is called carboxyhemoglobin. Next harmful effect is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide or CO2 released by most fuels during combustion is causing an imbalance in the atmosphere. Deforestation is also leading to a situation where there are fewer trees to absorb the carbon dioxide. This is leading to global warming. Next is burning of coal and diesel releases sulfur dioxide gas, which is corrosive in nature and causes irritation in nose, throat and airways or respiratory pathway. It also causes shortness of breath, wheezing and a feeling of tightness around the chest. Petrol engines release gaseous oxides of nitrogen. These sulfur and nitrogen oxides dissolve in rainwater to form acids and cause acid rain. Burning of coal and diesel releases sulfur dioxide gas and burning of petrol releases nitrogen oxides. Acid rain. Acid rain is very harmful to crops, soil, animals and buildings. These acids are formed when sulfur and nitrogen oxides dissolve in rainwater. Acid rains also damage trees, causes acidification of lake or stream water and damage forest soils. Acid rain can damage buildings, historic monuments and statues. You know about global warming. Global warming is the rising temperature of Earth's atmosphere, which is causing the melting down of glaciers, making the sea levels rise and causing floods in coastal areas. It is caused due to the elevated levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. As carbon dioxide absorbs infrared radiations emitted by the Earth and radiate it back to the atmosphere and raise its temperature. That is also known as the greenhouse effect. Now some questions are there. Why do we not burn wood anymore? Why do we not burn wood anymore? Wood is a low-cost fuel and is easily available, but burning it or burning of wood releases a lot of smoke which causes respiratory problems. And cutting of trees for wood as fuel also leads to deforestation. Why should we use CNG as automobile fuels? Why should we use CNG as automobile fuels or as automobile fuel? CNG is a cleaner fuel and causes much less pollution than petrol and diesel. Hence, we should use CNG powered vehicles. How to conserve fuels? To conserve fuels, we should collect all material required while cooking at one place before switching on the gas. Check the pressure of tires. In the case of vehicles, check the pressure of tires regularly. And choose walking over using cars or automobiles for short distances. Choose walking over using cars or automobiles for short distances. And use public transportation for traveling instead of private vehicles. Use public transportation facilities for traveling instead of private vehicles. And here is one task for you. Make a list of substances from your household which are combustible and non-combustible. You have to list 10 combustible substances and 10 non-combustible substances.